QD3, Quincy Jones' son, he said that after Tupac died, he tried to get Michael Jackson to be on this Machiavelli album, but he said no because he was more of a Biggie fan. What you think about that?
Man.
Did Michael Jackson and Tupac Shakur really have beef? A viral post has fans debating whether these two music legends ever clashed, even throwing hands. But is there any truth to the rumors? Or is this just another wild internet myth? Stick around, because we're breaking it all down, step by step.
Michael Jackson picked sides in that. I don't fuck with Tupac. I fuck with Biggie. Shut up. Lies.
Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Tupac Shakur, the poet of hip-hop. Two of the most influential artists in music history. They came from different worlds, but their paths crossed in ways that sparked rumors and controversy.
Imagine trying to fight Michael Jackson and he punch you, but he moving his leg. The leg not involved in the punch.
Some claim MJ and Tupac had personal issues, while others say they were simply caught up in the East Coast versus West Coast drama.
Money here. I mean, nobody should be hitting lotto for 36 million and we got people starving in the streets. That is not idealistic, that's just real. That is just stupid. There's no way Michael Jackson should have, or whoever Jackson, should have $1,000,000 billion and then there's people starving. There's no way. There's no way.
But did they ever actually fight? And why did Tupac supposedly walk out on a studio session with MJ?
Tupac is on the Everest of hip-hop, right? Tupac, for better or for worse, created an entire lane of hip-hop that people went down and either created some of the best artistry that I think personally has been known to man musically, and then some people who leaned into the street side a little too much and it just became something destructive. But Tupac is up there, and Tupac is who you would imagine would be beating on anybody, right? I'm not saying Tupac couldn't fight. All I will say is that the one fight that I saw Tupac in is the one that we can all see him in.
Let's dive into the truth behind these stories and separate fact from fiction. Rumors of a feud between Michael Jackson and Tupac Shakur have been circulating for years, but they recently blew up again when Marcos Villegas, a Fight Hub TV host, made a post joking about the idea of MJ throwing punches at Pac. The internet went wild with fans arguing over whether the king of pop could even hold his own in a fight. But here's the thing, there's no real evidence that they ever had a physical altercation. So where did this story come from? And what's the real history between them? Let's break this down piece by piece. The viral post that started it all. Marcos Villegas' joke about Michael throwing hee-hee right hands at Tupac's face went viral. Fans started debating whether MJ, whose father Joe Jackson was a boxer, had the skills to actually fight. But there was no record of any real physical fight. So why do some believe it happened? Did Michael Jackson and Tupac Shakur really have issues? While there's no proof of a serious personal feud, some incidents suggest their relationship was complicated. Napoleon from Tupac's group, The Outlaws, said that Tupac walked out of a studio session because Michael never showed up.
Yo, what the are you doing, you gold mouth motherfucker? Do it again, man. This nigga turning the lights off and shit.
Blackout.
Yeah, you game plan to be trained there. Military mind of a thug lord sitting in the cemetery crime. I've been lost since my adolescent calling the G.
Producer Quincy Jones III claimed MJ refused to collaborate with Tupac out of loyalty to the notorious Big. On the other hand, Danny Boy, a singer from Death Row Records, completely denied this.
I remember myself being in a meeting with Michael Jackson and the All Eyes on Me album being played for him. And Michael went crazy. So I don't see him saying that he messed with Biggie and not with Tupac. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, Suge and the Jacksons are very close. They were at that time.
Saying MJ loved Tupac's music. Michael Jackson's alleged connection to the East Coast versus West Coast feud.
You know what I mean? Like, why would we put Michael Jackson in some shit like that? Now he picking a side of East Coast, West Coast. This shit just going on and on. It's getting more and more bananas. Now we like Michael Jackson like Biggie and Prince like Tupac. Stop it. Stop it, bro. Stop it.
The 90s hip-hop world was divided between East Coast and West Coast, with Tupac and Biggie at the center. Some speculate that MJ distanced himself from Tupac because of his friendship with Biggie.
Also, you worked with a legendary artist, Michael Jackson. What was that like now?
I mean, it was cool. To me, at that point, I wasn't really looking at it as like, That's Michael Jackson. Oh, it's Michael. I just look at it as like it's a check. Go do your rhyme and leave it at that. You know, I don't really trip off of nobody else like that because you know he bleeds just like me. He's a regular person.
Yeah.
However, there's no clear evidence that Jackson took sides. He mostly stayed out of rap beefs. Did Michael Jackson even like Tupac? Despite the rumors, Danny Boy claims he was in a meeting where Michael was played Tupac's All Eyes on Me album. According to him, MJ was impressed and excited about Tupac's music. This contradicts the idea that Michael snubbed Tupac for Biggie. So did Michael Jackson and Tupac actually have a fight? No, there is no verifiable proof that they ever physically clashed. The whole idea started as a joke online and took on a life of its own. What we do know is that there were missed opportunities for collaboration, and Tupac may have felt slighted when MJ didn't show up for a recording session. But beyond that, there's no actual evidence of bad blood. In fact, it's more likely that MJ respected Tupac's artistry. At the end of the day, the idea of Michael Jackson and Tupac throwing punches is nothing more than an internet fantasy. The real story is much less dramatic but still interesting. Missed meetings, rumors of loyalty to Biggie, and a lot of speculation. While they were two of the biggest names in music, their paths never really crossed in a way that led to true conflict. But the fact that fans are still debating this years later just proves how legendary they both were. This debate highlights how social media can give life to myths that never actually happened, creating debates over fictional conflicts. The idea of Michael Jackson, known for his smooth dance moves and gentle demeanor, engaging in a physical altercation with Tupac Shakur, the fierce and politically charged rapper, makes for an entertaining discussion but lacks substance. What is true, however, is that their careers and personal lives were subject to endless scrutiny. Michael Jackson and Tupac Shakur, despite their different genres, were often caught up in the industry's politics. Their artistry was unparalleled, but so was the media's ability to fabricate drama. When Quincy Jones III claimed that MJ didn't want to work with Tupac due to his ties with Biggie, it reignited the East Coast versus West Coast narrative, even though Jackson never publicly took sides. If we analyze their music, Tupac often spoke about real-life struggles, the system's oppression, and personal battles. Michael Jackson, on the other hand, used his music to bring people together, focusing on messages of love, unity, and change. But both were deeply passionate about their craft and left behind legacies that continue to influence generations. There's also the notion that if Jackson had collaborated with Tupac, it could have bridged the gap between pop and rap in a way that had never been done before. Imagine what a Michael Jackson x Tupac song would have sounded like. Some fans believe that industry politics and rivalries prevented such collaborations from happening, which only fuels the speculation. However, despite all these rumors, what remains undeniable is that both of these legends shaped music history in their own right. Whether it was Jackson's unmatched stage presence or Tupac's thought-provoking lyrics, their impact cannot be understated. Perhaps the lesson in all this is that internet rumors can take on a life of their own, making people believe things that never actually happened. But one thing is certain, both MJ and Tupac remain cultural icons whose legacies will never be forgotten. Their influence extends far beyond any speculated beef, and their artistry continues to inspire millions around the world. So next time you see a wild rumor about your favorite artist, remember to dig a little deeper before believing the hype. And if you want to see more deep dives like this, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the next one.